Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that the fastest path to wealth, freedom, and independence might not be the flashy startup with millions in funding or the next groundbreaking app, but something far more humble, something sweaty. Now picture yourself building a business that doesn't just exist on paper, but one that pays your bills, grows steadily, and actually works in the real world. This is the surprising, unglamorous truth at the heart of The Sweaty Startup, a book that flips the romanticized idea of entrepreneurship on its head and reveals a path that's simpler, smarter, and much more attainable than most people think. And if you've ever felt like you're stuck waiting for the perfect big idea, this book might just give you the permission and the blueprint to start right where you are. Nick Huber, the author, didn't start in Silicon Valley surrounded by venture capitalists. He started mowing lawns, cleaning storage units, and doing the kinds of jobs most people overlook. His empire began with sweat, not software. That's why his message resonates today. In a world obsessed with digital gold rushes, he's proof that you don't need a billion-dollar idea to build a meaningful, lucrative business. You just need to find a problem people are willing to pay to solve and then deliver on it consistently with care and hustle. At its core, The Sweaty Startup is about rejecting the myth that success is reserved for tech geniuses or elite innovators. It's about looking at the everyday problems in your community, spotting the opportunities that others ignore, and moving fast before anyone else catches on. The central message is simple but powerful. Small, local, service-based businesses, the kind people often dismiss, are one of the most reliable ways to achieve financial freedom, especially for beginners. One of the first big ideas from the book is that opportunity hides in plain sight. We tend to think that to be successful, we need something revolutionary. But Huber insists the opposite is true. The best opportunities are often boring. They're in the industries people don't brag about at dinner parties: landscaping, junk removal, mobile car washes, window cleaning. The secret is that these industries are underserved. They have old-fashioned competitors, clunky websites, and slow customer service. If you bring modern tools, responsiveness, and a focus on making the customer experience painless, you can stand out instantly. Imagine being the one lawn care service in your area that lets customers book online in under a minute and shows up exactly on time. That's not just good business, that's a competitive advantage no one's trying to steal because they're too busy chasing sexier dreams. From there, Huber moves on to another crucial principle: start small, but move fast. Too many aspiring entrepreneurs spend months or even years in the planning stage, tweaking logos, drafting business plans, or waiting for the stars to align. But action beats perfection every time. Huber's own business began with almost no overhead, just a phone, a truck, and the willingness to hustle. He didn't know everything before he started, and that was okay. You learn faster when the stakes are real. He argues that the faster you get into the game, the quicker you can test your assumptions, improve your service, and build a base of loyal customers. There's a lesson here for anyone procrastinating. You don't need to wait for certainty. Start with what you have, fix things as you go, and keep moving forward. The third big lesson is to focus on systems, not just effort. In the early days, your hustle might get you through, but if you want to scale, you need to replace chaos with structure. That means documenting processes, hiring help, and creating repeatable ways of doing things. Huber shares how his business grew when he stopped being the one doing every job and instead trained others to do it well. It's the difference between owning a job and owning a business. He warns that many small business owners trap themselves because they refuse to let go. They become indispensable in the worst way. If they stop working, the business stops too. True freedom comes when you can step away and the machine keeps running without you. Another principle that runs throughout the book is the power of modernizing the unsexy. A lot of traditional service businesses run on outdated marketing and word of mouth. Huber recommends using digital tools to make your business more discoverable and appealing. Simple moves like having a clean, mobile-friendly website, offering online booking, and running targeted Google ads can put you ahead of 90% of the competition. He even talks about responding to customer inquiries within minutes instead of hours or days. In service businesses, speed is trust. The sooner you reply, the more likely they are to choose you over the slower guy. And in an age when customers expect instant answers, this one habit can double your sales without spending another dollar on advertising. Then there's the mindset shift. Stop trying to build something for everyone. Instead, dominate a small, specific market and then expand from there. If you're the best gutter cleaning service in one neighborhood, you can easily move into the next. Too many people think big too soon, spreading themselves thin and failing to serve anyone well. Huber calls this going niche first. Your first goal isn't to be the biggest, it's to be the most trusted name in a tight, well-defined market. Of course, running a sweaty startup isn't without challenges. It's physical, it's hands-on, and it requires showing up when others don't want to. But Huber frames this as the advantage. The fact that most people won't do it means less competition and more opportunity. And here's where the book gets deeply human. It's not just about money. It's about what building something tangible does to your confidence, your skills, and your sense of control over your life. You learn resilience when you're fixing a broken machine at midnight because a client needs you tomorrow. You build resourcefulness when you figure out how to market a $50 job so well it turns into a $500 contract. And you gain freedom not by avoiding work, but by choosing the kind of work that builds assets instead of just paying bills. By the end, the sweaty startup feels less like a business manual and more like a permission slip. Permission to start imperfectly, to choose something unglamorous, and to treat small beginnings with big respect. It reminds us that there's dignity and wealth to be found in the everyday jobs that keep the world running, and that sometimes the smartest move is simply to outwork and outthink the competition that isn't even paying attention. So, if you've been waiting for the perfect idea, maybe it's already in front of you, in the streets you drive every day, in the services you wish were better, in the problems your neighbors complain about. The only question left is whether you'll be the one to step in and solve them. That's the sweaty startup way. If you're ready to challenge the myths of entrepreneurship, to stop waiting for permission, and to start building something real, this book is worth your time. Because the path to financial freedom doesn't have to be complicated. And sometimes the most powerful opportunities are hiding in plain sight, just waiting for someone willing to get a little sweaty.